Take your time. There's no rush.
I switched the boiler off a long time ago, and we use hot water bottles. I've got jumpers on the children. My mum's knitted socks. I've got a condition where I can't regulate my own body heat.
Right.
And I didn't even want to come on, James, because...
Well, you don't have to. We don't have to do this here. Hey, take your time. Do you want me to just jibber jabber for a couple of minutes while you get your breath?
What I'm trying to say is,
yes.
I work, and they say work is supposed to pay, and I'm on tax credits for my children, and my income seems to go onto the bills.
You're doing everything right. You're doing everything right, and it feels like you're going backwards.
Like, I was on single adult with my council tax, and then my son's in sixth form, one of the children. As soon as he turned 18, they said, right, you pay full council tax. The system just doesn't... I don't think they understand. They have got they do not have a clue, even if you're working full-time, James.
I know.
They don't understand. For a single person with 3 children, and the children, they're fine. I try and feed them. We have one meal a day, James. They go without breakfast, and they choose to. I try and give them fruit, bananas in the morning.
Yeah.
At school, they all say, Mum, I'm fine, but it's the guilt I live with. But I make sure I give them a meal. I make sure we're having a meal in the evening. But I don't. I'll eat their leftovers, James. That's the situation, and it is getting bad, And
this is before the price rises kicked in. These are the measures you've already taken. I want to say 2 things to you. Carry on.
Yeah.
No, you'd say get it all off your chest.
I was just saying, I just literally have to switch off. They can, it's getting to the point where I'm thinking, do I boil the water for the kettle and pop it into the bucket for cold water, and then I'll just give myself a wash. I will try and give my children, let them have their wash, but it's literally... I don't know. I'm just sorry, James.
Don't apologise. You're not rambling. You're telling important truths that need to be heard, and a lot of people will be absolutely stunned to hear you describing. I know.
Hot water bottles, and we all have one. And I've got children that got GCSEs coming, got A levels, and and they understand, and they're good kids, James, and they want to be on the radio now.
No, I know, and that is, I understand all of that, and I wish I could do more, but I can tell you 2 things. I can tell you that you're a brilliant mum, and I know there are days when it doesn't feel like that, but you are a brilliant mum, and they are lucky to have you battling for them in their corner. That is shining out of this phone call. And I want to tell you something else as well that is very important. There is absolutely no reason at all for you to feel guilty.
They don't care, James. At the end of the day, it's just me and my children. And I've rang HMRC. I've told them I'm a single parent. I'm working full time. They've told me, you're better off working part time. But James, I can't afford to not work. I have to work full time. It's just, I don't. The system just doesn't work for people like me. For us.
And you're doing everything that was asked of you and everything that was expected of you. Look.
My children come first. I'm there for them.
I know that.
And I will work around them, and I will do my best for them.
And no one's looking after you, are they?
It doesn't matter, James.
It does matter,
I'm
Zara.
there for my children.
I know you are, and that's why I had to tell you what a wonderful mum you are, because you clearly do everything with them in mind, and everything is designed to look after them. But I wish you wouldn't feel guilty. Feel angry or feel sad, but don't feel guilty, because you've done nothing wrong. You've done nothing wrong. You've done everything right, Zara. And it's a national shame that by doing everything right, you end up feeling the way that you're feeling. But guilt is a toxic, corrosive feeling, and it should be a million miles away from your heart. A million miles.
But they just don't listen, James.
I know they don't. I know they don't.
They have no empathy. There's no care. There's no compassion.
Well, maybe yeah. No. I don't.
No, James, they don't. You can tell me. I listen, and I'm really grateful you've given me this time. But I just think I need to put my voice out there, because there might be people. I don't think people even understand if you're a single house. It's a single income, and my income's like just above the minimum wage, just above. I'm on 18. I think I'm all just slightly left.
And there's just nothing left at the end of the month.
That's it. And the money's just taken with the bills, James. And
I hear you.
It's just
I know.
more. I have to think about. My son made a suggestion. He said, "Mum, why don't we just cook the food on the?" We've got a very old barbecue in the garden. We've never used it, and he said, "Why don't we just use that in the garden?" We could. He was. My children are actually making plans, but I try not to involve them. But,
well, if he's 18, he probably wants to help a bit more.
Yes,
I don't want to start patronising you or coming up with stupid ideas that the sort of thing that the government ministers are coming out. All I can do on a personal level is promise you that you're always going to have a voice. You're always going to have room to be heard. And I wish there was more, that everyone listening.
Thank you for your time, James.
Oh, please. Just promise me you'll try not to feel guilty. All right? Just that one bit of it.
I think it's just a mum's thingy. We always have guilt as mums.
Well, that's very true.
Like we don't. I think that just is one of those things as a mum or a dad. You probably do. Everybody probably has this guilt. Am I doing enough?
No,
I
hear you.
Failing, James.
You are not. You are a wonderful mother, and you are an example to us all. And you only get tested as a parent when times are hard. And you're a shining beacon of love. And I wish that you weren't going through what you're going through. And I wish you could feel some of the love coming in for you, and some of the warmth coming in for you, because we are a good people, and this is a good country, and it's being governed by the very, very worst of us.